But next up, Sam Darnold is rebuilding and reviving his freaking career in Carolina there. He looks like a different quarterback, man. He looks confident. He's throwing darts. It's accurate. They look really good. Could they make the playoffs?
You want to start, Ross?
I'll definitely start. So I never thought that Sam Darnold was ever the problem in New York. He was a player expected to make up for all their failings, as they try to do every season. We see the same thing with Zach right now over there. If there's no front line, you have no chance. And all you're doing is steamrolling this kid's confidence for the attempt at a offense that might be high-powered. When he finally got to an organization where he had optimal talent with a good enough offensive line, just look at the stats from his last game. He's a competent quarterback who can move on his legs and can make plays happen. But New York, Cincinnati, and certain other teams in the NFL will not invest in a front line, and that's why you'll always be in a position where your quarterback is struggling.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It is scary, though, that McCaffrey got hurt last week. He's having some hamstring issues, so that's definitely a big deal. We'll see how Darnold plays without McCaffrey. But at the same time, no, I definitely think this is big for him. I think that just giving him a functional team, and Carolina's always functional. They're always at least like a couple players away from the playoffs, if not in the playoffs. Like they're always kind of like in the mix. And that's just something that, that's credit to their ownership group, and obviously everyone they hire. But I think that trade was smart. Teddy Bridgewater is a good quarterback. There's a lot of people like, oh man, just trying to rail off stats and how efficient he was with Carolina and how he should have kept his job and everything. I get that, I do. But here's the thing: he's old. He's had not old, but he's my age. He's 28. He's had serious knee surgery. So I would rather invest in a 23-year-old like Sam Darnold, who has probably a much, much higher ceiling. Could he maybe even be a star in this league? To run with my young running back, Christian McCaffrey. So now I have a running back and a quarterback, both around the same age, growing together in the same offense. You couldn't pass that up. And I think Carolina did a very good job this offseason. Now they just got to build. They got a couple good receivers too. Sam Darnold loves DJ Moore. They got to build that defense a little bit up. Could they make the playoffs? They could. It'd be a wild card though. I don't think they, with the Saints and the Bucks, I don't give them a high. Maybe give them like a 20% chance to make the playoffs.
Yep. I'll go a little bit higher. I'll go like a solid 30% if things keep working out for them. Because again, in the running back core, again, you're going to have guys that are not as talented, but again, next man up is always kind of the mentality. My biggest problem is they got a lot of tough teams that they're going to have to go up against. They do not have an easy schedule like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm sorry. Again, they might have it in a couple of years once they gain more chemistry with a new quarterback and showing that Sam Darnold is that playmaker. I just don't see it happening this season, but I would keep an eye on them for the next 2 seasons because they're going to do some damage. I definitely believe that.
They're talented and they're very young, so I like that.
Let's send
what do you think,
McDaniels to McDonald's. That's excellent.
Yep. Again, I think a lot of the problems that we stem from with these young quarterbacks is not good game plans to support them. And on some situations, no O-line to keep them protected. And then last but not least, lack of creativity on the ball or creativity to be able to audible to take advantage of bad defensive schemes. There was so many times that I see either from the Jets, from the Bears, from the Patriots, where I see they have a completely stacked box. So let's keep showing the run, but let's get an outlet guy to go outside for a quick pass. Let a ball rush in. Let him do that. We'll kill him for 4 or 5 yards. Call the audible at the line. Have we seen a single audible at the line in either of those young quarterbacks?
Not really.
No.
In Matt Nagy, well, there's no excuse either because you have and McDaniels. You got the headset. You know, I know they can barely hear you, especially when it's loud. But you got the headset. Just tell them, hey, switch to a pass. Give them a passing package like on their wrist. They're like, all right, just switch to a pass. You choose, kid. Just give them like 3 passes. Choose which one you like. Doesn't matter. Switch to a pass. If they have that, just that alone, I agree with you. They would have just give them a little bit of a chance to breathe out there, man. Because I feel like they're trying to fit him in. There's a lot of throws like that. That one throw with Fields where he was like, the guy was designed to, I think it was Robinson, he was designed to go up and then go over. That takes like 3 or 4 seconds to develop. If you can't guard, if you can't block, then you're screwed. Like, so anyway, that's all I wanted to say about it. You're right about that.